Hello, I'm Risa Villadores, and this is Reese Reacts. For those of you who don't know me, I am an author of gay romance and fantasy, and I'm also a big nerd. And I am also a big fan of Miss Marvel. And we watched episodes 1 to 4 so far, and there's only two to go. I'm getting really worried that about wrapping everything up, but I think that's been a worry that's been there since WandaVision. So pretty much the first MCU Disney Plus MCU show. So that's nothing new. Um, I am loving Miss Marvel. I am loving the quirky and the quirky nature. I'm loving the family that she's surrounded by. The only pet peeve I'm starting to get, and when I was editing episode 4, I was thinking, wow, these are some stupid villains. Um, it They started out very promising, especially Najma. I thought, wow, she's gonna be some kick-ass villain. Um, but they've turned into cartoons, I think. It's very frustrating because they could have been really, really good and added more to the nature of the show. But I feel like because they went a very convoluted way to make Miss Marvel fit into this universe, like by not making her inhuman and finding a different origin story, I feel like they've made it so convoluted that part that it didn't leave much space and growth for the villains and no time to meet them, to get to know them, to kind of relate to them and why they want to go back to their dimension. So we've got Najma, we've got Adam, who I think is dead. I can't even remember because everyone looks so generic. Um, we've got all the other ones, and we don't know anything about them. They've got these generic powers that we don't even know what they are. They're using like these belts and stupid things. I don't even know how. They haven't bothered explaining it. So I feel like they've taken so much care and attention to build up Ms. Marvel's world. And when it came to the villains, they were like, "Oh yeah, let's throw in 5 people who are we're gonna kill very quickly." So that I didn't like that because I feel like in a superhero's story, their first villain is the one that haunts them for life, the one that keeps coming back, or that everything reminds them of. And I feel like they gave us such a stupid generic villain that they're not going to haunt her when she eventually defeats them. And to be honest, I wouldn't care for them to be back. At least so far. Uh, Even if they give us some clues, and even if we find out who the fuck they are by the end of episode 6, I still won't care about them. Even if they are like, if they turn out to be the best villains, because you've given me 4 hours of a show and you didn't make me care. And then if you make me care in the last 2 minutes, then that's not going to carry me forward. I won't care about them. I won't need to know what happens to them, if that makes sense. And I think that's been a problem that Marvel has with their villains in general. That even when they have the kick-ass boss villains, they get rid of them in one movie. Thanos excluded, they get rid of them in one movie without any chance or opportunity for them to come back, which I think is a really stupid mistake to make. Because villains make the story. Villains like Thanos, come on, Thanos was a badass villain, and he came back and he kept coming back. Don't get me wrong, I really like that he died in the end because that was such an epic journey for all the heroes that having the threat of Thanos again, even without the stones, the Infinity Stones, would be a bit too much. Although maybe not, I don't know. But having Hela, having who, that's the first person that came to mind. Having Hela, the villain from the first movie, the first Iron Man movie. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names and memory and all that. Um, yeah, so I can't even remember. See, that's Ultron. Ultron. They they could have done so much with Ultron, and they fucked it up. They fucked it up. So Anyway, I will stop venting now. I am sorry for my absence. I've been meaning to post other videos, reactions to music videos that I've been getting requests to, but I've been on a very strict deadline the last week that I just got out of, and I have not been able to do anything other than write, pretty much. So now that I'm done with it, I can do my reaction videos to the music videos. I can react to other shows. I'm planning on doing a Kin Porsche reaction series, and I'm going to see Thor: Love and Thunder tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing a review after I come out of the theater. So there's I want to do a lot, but it was just a very tough week. I had to write basically half the book in the last week or so because I wrote half the book in March, April, and then I had another book to finish, so I put it on the back burner, and yeah, so it was a whole mess. But now I'm out of it. I am done, and yeah, I should be good to go. Anyway, without further ado, let's get on with Miss Marvel episode 5.
It was Aisha's wish to bring us all home, and now you must finish what she started.
If the clandestines use the bangle to tear down the veil, they'll unleash their world onto us until there's nothing left of it.
Oh, it's all black and white. We're going back in time, baby.
Mass migration has begun as millions of people make their way across borders.
That's ridiculous.
Century-long British strategy of divide and
That's
rule.
so
Riots and
stupid.
conflicts have erupted across the country. People are fleeing
The British
for their lives.
kind of ruined everything, didn't they?
Drive to their destinations as homes are torched across the country. Back in 1942.
I like that last line and how they tied it in. That's Aisha, right? Here we go. Generic power. She can throw a knife.
Away from here!
Away from here! So stereotypical British. Such a stereotypical British accent that they're using there. It's kind of like similar to what Ewan McGregor was using for Obi-Wan Kenobi, which just sounded way too dead toned and posh for the character. But anyway,
From the looks of it, I think you need more help than they do. Can I help you with anything?
No.
is that her husband? Who is that going to be her
thank you.
Kamala's great grandfather? Oh, you guys, this is only a 40-minute long episode. Oh, and they're taking forever to get to the point, so I'm worried. Oh, she's wearing the bangle. Interesting.
Do you have a name? Or shall I just call you Hungry? Perhaps what you seek is seeking you.
Aisha.
Okay.
My name is Aisha.
This is a very weird scene, and the reason why is because they're trying obviously to show us how she fell in love with this guy in 2 seconds. So the fact that she's just looking at him longingly after 2 seconds of an interaction is just a bit silly. But I'm going on. I'm going along with it because I need to know. I want to know what happens next. So they better hurry up.
All internal strife and violence which disfigure and degrade us and injure the cause of freedom.
I like the correlation they are creating between, the partition and Aisha's story, and how she is basically her goal changed and she wanted peace instead of whatever was going on with the rest of the clandestine. It's really interesting and intriguing. However, still haven't given us a valid reason. Not that love is not enough, but she had a purpose and a mission. Surely, if she was to abandon that mission, she must have a good reason for it. Like the clandestine actually wants something that no longer aligns with what she wants, or something that she never agreed with but she was going along with because she wanted to get back to her dimension. Like anything, any sort of, that would tie this together better, because she was on the run with the bangle, and then all of a sudden she was in love and pregnant, and yeah, that's valid and that's good enough, uh, to in terms of like for her personal fulfillment. But I can't believe that she would leave her friends and family basically, because they are from the same dimension. I assume they are not just friends. That she would leave them hanging and disappear from their lives. So, I don't know. What's going on?
Najma.
Oh, they did meet. Okay. Oh, they did meet again. Okay, okay.
And then we will all go home together.
Hmm. So she's always been a bitch then. It doesn't feel like she's told him anything about the Nor. So how does the her daughter know about the Nor and the Jinn? Unless unless she found out. No, but she did say her dad told her so. She did say her dad told her that's what. Oh, I can't remember but she did mention her dad basically. So I'm not sure what. I'm so confused.
Make sure Sana gets on that train tonight. Promise me, Hassan.
Nothing is going to happen.
I beg to differ. It's really hard to offer commentary when something is so haunting and not pleasant to watch, knowing that so many people, millions of people, suffered, and yeah, it's really hard. I I have to say, I know we're only at the like, oh no, it's not even the beginning. It's like halfway through the episode. Um, I'm not a big fan of flashbacks unless they add something to the story, and this does. But this could easily have been its own episode on top of the two Ms. Marvel episodes. It feels like they've done so much work to conflate Miss Marvel's origin with her roots in Pakistan, and I love that. But at the same time, it feels like you can't tell this story in 6 episodes, especially because it's so convoluted because of the new origins they've come up with for her, the creatures, the dimensions, the all of those things. There's so many, and it's episode 5, and it feels like this should have been like the mid-season flashback episode, and then still have 3 more episodes to go. But obviously they haven't done that. So let's see what else they've got.
You've turned your back on us. Your family, your people. Where is the bangle, Aisha? That's one. I'll find it if it's the last thing I do.
Wow. Okay. So, obviously she didn't run away, and she didn't have another family and all that bullshit that the Illuminantes were saying. Um, she was just trying to save. Why can I not remember the grandma's name? I can't remember her name. Her daughter's name. Her daughter. So she was trying to save her daughter's life. But we did see the little one wearing the bangle. So is she the one that created the stars? Because I doubt that would have happened. So who did create the stars? Oh, okay. Things are getting good. It took 15 minutes, but they're getting good. Sana. That's it. I can't I can't remember it. I don't know why. Oh, she's not wearing it. I thought she was. Oh. Okay. What the hell's happening? That's such an intense scene. I can't even imagine the pain of losing a child amongst these people and trying to find her. You know, it's a matter of life and death. And oh, so intense. But what the hell happened there? What you seek is seeking you. I don't understand what that means. She's looking for her mom. Her dad is looking for her. Uh, was that a spell? Like what? Huh? What? I'm confused.
Get Sana on the train and protect that bangle. You have everything that you need.
Oh.
No, you have to save. You're supposed to save Nani like the story.
It's okay. She's okay. Because you are here.
Oh wow. So she's back in time and she's gonna help. She's gonna help Sana get on the train. Wow. I did not see that coming. So she created the Trail of Stars.
I can't do stars, Nani, but I can do circles, okay? And go!
Oh, this is heartbreaking. So, she does have powers? Wait, I'm confused. Oh? Oh crap.
The veil. It's open.
Not picking up the phone. She's still not home.
You know, Magnum got lost once. I had him microchipped.
Okay, Magnum is a dog. Kamala is a girl. Okay? Though, trust me, if it was legal, I would do it.
But don't worry so much. She'll be okay.
I mean, she has a phone, right?
Yes, of course, beta, she has a phone.
Well, if
But she's
Kamala's
not answering
phone's
it.
on the family,
Like spyware for parents?
kind of.
Then why am I only just hearing about this?
We can go home.
But surely that wasn't their plan, right? And they said they needed the other bangle to do it. Oh. Oh crap.
I can make it.
Well, then you're an idiot.
I left him behind.
So go back and get him!
There is only one way. I can close it. Come, Ron.
What the hell's going on? Huh? So is he gonna have the same powers as Kamala? What the actual fuck?
This is for you. It was all true, Nani.
Look at her, she's beaming with pride, even though she's not supposed to like this.
He'd be really proud of you.
He didn't even know her.
Just in case.
There we go. Red scarf.
Nay, mummy, please don't put all these lies into my daughter's head, okay? It was Bon Jovi. I couldn't see what you needed me to see. Okay? I'm sorry.
True. Okay, I didn't expect them to get rid of the villains on episode 5, so I have no idea what's going to happen now. But I do think her mum is going to create her costume.
It's one of my favorite elements. Yeah. Oh my god, I genuinely thought your name was Brian this whole time.
Oh, no, I had noticed the first 4 times that...
Sorry.
No, dude, she left you behind to fend for yourself. What makes you think she's coming back?
She wouldn't just leave me behind like some kind of orphan.
Yes, she would. Oh no. What? Excuse me? No end credit scene, of course. Okay, that was episode 5. I, mixed thoughts, mixed feelings for this episode. Nothing really happened, and so much happened. And it was such a short episode. We spent so much time in the past, which I guess was necessary, but at the same time, I don't know, it felt like it stalled the action. And then what the hell happened with the clandestine? We got no answers. We got Najma sacrificing herself to close the veil, but we don't know how she did it, and that somehow gave her son powers. I mean, I'm confused. I don't know what's going on, and I don't understand if they gave Cameron the same powers as Kamala. They just are turquoise and gold instead of purple and pink. It's so confusing. Honestly, I think at this point I just go along with it because I don't know how to make sense of it. And I don't know if they are going to give us any answers in this show. I doubt it, because the clandestines are now dead on episode 5, and I guess now it's all about the DODC. But what? I mean, there were some really sweet moments and chilling moments as well in this episode. The scene at the train station and Sana losing her mom and dad and trying to find her way back to them. That was really, like, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I don't understand how Kamala went back in time to help her grandmother. No idea how that happened. And I doubt they're going to explain that. Yeah, and I still don't know if Sana has any powers, because she was holding on to the crystals like she could control them, and Kamala was looking at that as if she could control it. So I don't know what happened there. The other sweet moment was between the 3 women in the family, Kamala, Muniba, and Sana, and them bonding again, and especially the moment that Muniba found out about Kamala's powers, and it's so obvious that she's gonna create her uniform. That's why they had that scene where she created the Hulk uniform, the Hulk costume, so that she will definitely create Kamala's uniform, and that's quite amazing. But I'm still so confused. I miss the dad. I missed Bruno. I missed Nakia, and like the whole family back in New Jersey. So I I don't know. This episode was a bit all over the place. I feel like this is the kind of episode we would have gotten as episode 3 or 4 in any of the other Disney Plus shows, because that's when they usually have the episodes 4 where it's like a little bit of a slow episode and then something is revealed at the end, where so it doesn't feel like an episode 5, like your typical episode 5. So I don't know what to expect from episode 6. I am assuming the DODC is going to be the main villain and everyone's going to be back in New Jersey and all that. I just don't know how it all ties together, how it all ties to the Marvels, the film. I don't even know if we're getting a Captain Marvel cameo at this point. It feels like it's so far removed the from from that world. I don't know, guys. This show was so exciting. The first 2 episodes were amazing, and then it kind of went downhill a little bit story wise. Don't get me wrong. Iman Vellani is amazing. She's fantastic at the role and with the script she's been given. Um, and every single member of the cast are incredible, and they do such an amazing job. But the story world, the world building that they've done, the build up, the the pacing has kind of gone off the rails a little bit. So I don't know. I do think episode 6 is going to be amazing because it was directed by the same people that directed episode 1. So I think episode 6 is going to be kick ass, and it's going to be really good. I know that. But it just feels we should have got a lot more episodes than we did, as usual. So that's how I always feel about the Disney Plus shows. Um, yeah, at this point, I just don't know anymore. I don't know. It feels this has been my pet peeve since WandaVision, really. Even though I really really loved WandaVision and it's still probably my number one show, it, they seem so determined to do the 6 episodes for shows that they lose all momentum. I don't know if they have like this plot, um, plot. I don't know if they have this plotting mechanism in place for all the shows where they say this is what has to happen in episode 1, this is what has to happen in episode 6, so this is where we start, this is where we end, and just make up the rest. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but it feels like it sometimes because the pacing is all over the place. They don't treat the 6 episodes as their own standalone episodes that continue throughout the season. They treat them as like a segment of a much bigger movie. So it feels like we get a movie in 6 weeks. And that doesn't always work because even if you watch it all together as if it was a movie, you still get some very weird moments. You get incredible story building. You get incredible character arcs and moments where you get to relate to them, but then it all leads to nothing. And I don't know if it's because the shows are supposed to be like supplementary to the MCU. I don't know if it's because they don't think that the main MCU moviegoer will watch the shows, so they don't feel like they need to do a lot with the shows, because it feels like they're keeping a lot of these characters constrained into their own world a bit too much, and they don't allow them to face big villains. They don't allow them to have these epic moments. Like even with Hawkeye, which is probably my second favorite show. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but it's in terms of pacing and the story, it was incredible for me. And Hawkeye was the least favorite Avenger of mine, and he managed to deliver. They managed to deliver, especially because of Haley Steinfeld. Is it Steinfeld? I can't remember. But she's amazing in the role as well. So, but even that show, which to me is like one of the best shows, as well as Moon Knight in terms of what they deliver, it was so constrained. It was so limited to what they could deliver. I just, I don't know if the MCU is getting too big for its boots. I know they have a lot of comic books to gain and to get inspiration from, but maybe I don't know. Is it all falling off the rails? I don't know. I don't know. This is such a big discussion. I think it deserves its own video. But yeah. Anyway, back to Ms. Marvel. I think it's been a great show. It's going really well, but it has its problems. It has the same problems as all the other Disney Plus MCU shows, and I really hoped it wouldn't, because episodes 1 to, I'll say even 3, episodes 1 to 3 delivered amazing story, and then episodes 4 and 5, even though we went to Karachi and that was incredible, we got to see a scene of the partition and a piece of the story of Kamala's, and all those moments, they were incredible. But overall, as episodes, they lacked so much, especially today's episode. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but even though I loved the sentiment of the episodes today, it just didn't do it for me. It felt like we went back on the action, and what we got when we did get into back to our time was lackluster. Because what happened to the other bangle? Is the other bangle the 10 rings? Shang-Chi's 10 rings? How the hell did we open the portal to the Nord dimension, the veil between the dimensions, and how did Najma close it? And why did it kill everyone? And why did it give Cameron powers? And so many questions. Like, I can't even list them right now because there's so many questions, and they made it too convoluted. And if you're gonna make something so convoluted, give it more episodes. It just doesn't compute. But anyway, I will stop venting now. I will stop venting and back to normal. Anyway, this is my reaction and mini review of the show. Like I said before, I am going to watch Thor: Love and Thunder tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a little review afterwards. And I'm probably gonna split it to non-spoilery review and spoilery review. And I'm quite excited because it seems like such an epic movie. I've tried to avoid any other reviews online because I didn't want it to influence how I review it and how I watch it, because it feels like ever since I started watching those YouTube videos and I go to the movies, I go with different expectations than what they originally intended via trailers or whatever. So it feels like I always come out disappointed. So that happened with the Wanda, with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness a little bit, and it happened with Black Widow a little bit, and so many of them that I watched after watching reviews, non-spoiler reviews, but reviews, and it kind of affected my movie going experience. So I avoided reviews, I've avoided spoilers, and so I'm hoping for a good film. I'm hoping for a great action, and I'm hoping for a lot of fun because it's Taika Waititi, guys. He's incredible. He has such great comedic timing and such great vision. So I'm well excited. Thor Ragnarok is probably one of my favorite MCU films. So I'm really excited to see it tomorrow. I'm gonna do the reviews as soon as I can get my thoughts in order. Basically, I think that's what's gonna be the hardest. Watching it once and then trying to do a review on that. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. So hang in there. that's it for today. I'm going to stop now because I've been going on for about an hour now. That's it for today. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button so I know you want to see more videos like this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button because, you know, you don't want to miss any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.